Well, we're talking horses, and we're into the last three races worth a cool 20 million between them, going up to 22 from next year that we heard yesterday. Because that extra million makes them
What's
the richest
2 million
turf
between
races.
friends?
Yeah, and it makes them the richest turf races in the world again, doesn't it? So, very clever little move. These three races, strangely, I think the two turf races were a lot tougher than the World Cup this year. I think quality-wise, they're outstanding. This race in itself, the interesting thing about the duty-free for me is the fillies in there, the mares, make it a... Yeah, I was having dinner in this restaurant actually last night, and William Buick was sitting next to us, and I said, your best chance? And he went, the Fuge. Big chance. And I know he likes it. Dank I'm not quite sure about, because I don't think she's ever... I could be wrong, don't sue me if I am, but I don't think she's ridden against the males before.
I'm with you, yeah.
I think she's only she's raced against the fillies, where the Fuge has at least done it against the males. I believe Running Magician, very close.
Yep.
What's your thoughts on this race?
I just think that both the Fugue and Dank cannot possibly be 100%.
Yeah, that's
They have a full season in
point.
front of them. I want a horse that I think is coming around into top form here. And to me, that horse is going to get a pace setup. Pace should be quick here. Tokai Halo, the Japanese. Anaerobio will be up in the mix. We could see Hunter's Light go forward for Tazadin.
Who was the favourite? Hunter's Light was the favourite for the World Cup last year.
Yeah. So, all that being said, Vercingetorix tends to sit on the rail. In his two starts here, he's not going to get that here. So I think he has a bit of a tougher trip, but if they really stretch them out, I don't think 11's going to hurt him all that much. Horse I sided with is Tradestorm,
Very good
who
horse.
I think is finally coming around to form. He is finally... this horse was fourth last year, beaten about 2-3 lengths.
It wasn't far, yeah.
Drawn 14. The pace was not that quick early. It was a course record, but
Steady,
Yeah.
picked up.
I think Tradestorm is in a bit of a shocker.
I would never write off Tradestorm. I always think he's one that you have to put in your Trixie. You've got to look at, if you're going for three horses, he has to be one of them. I have an unwritten rule which has served me pretty well, this season especially as well, but it serves me pretty well in betting purposes, is I keep backing horses till they lose. And until they lose, you don't know how good they are. So, for that reason alone, I'm going for Mike Cox's horse. You say it better than me.
Vercingetorix.
That's the one. Vercingetorix. 11 is a bad draw for him, but we still don't know what his horse is capable of. He won last time. There obviously was a bit of a storm afterwards with the suspension of Pat Cosgrove and everything, but would he have been beaten anyway? I don't think it would have made any difference to the result. I think he would have got out and he'd have won.
Correct.
Okay, there was a big gap that opened for him, but I don't think it would have made any difference. He was travelling very well. Nothing actually picked up as well as him. A few picked up, but the only thing, Anaerobia probably would have been second. That's probably the only difference. So for that reason, I'm sticking with that, but I can't argue about Tradestorm. He's
Well,
won some big races.
the price is
here.
right, and I might have to take care of that.
Well, I try to do that regularly.
Yeah.
So we're going for number 7 for yourself?
Yep.
And I'll take number 11. 7-11.